My name is Nima Nicholas Mahmoodi, and I am a senior civil engineering major at the University of Kentucky. I have personally chose underage drinking as my subject to talk about for my final presentation because I believe that underage drinking is truly a problem, not only here at the University of Kentucky, but in the United States and abroad. During this presentation, we're going to take a look at two infographics, examining and comparing two, if not more, problems that we see with each of these infographics. And then we're going to take a look at an infographic that I've created to see how I was able to simplify not only the information found on those two infographics, but also information found on the CDC website and other nationally renowned websites that are trusted with sources and information. So let's go ahead and get started. Taking a look at this very first image showing that it's never too early to start talking about underage drinking, it's very evident to see that there is a lot of wall of text, as there is a lot of information talking about a lot of things. Now, this may not be the best infographic to target students or younger people because of the context and how large the size of some of these words are. This might be an infographic that might be better for older people or educators to show students and explain in simpler terms what each of these words mean. By looking at this infographic, we can see a lot of images, which is good, but at the same time, with the amount of words that are on there, it may grab the attention away from the viewer or the listener on what the important facts are, being 10% of 9 to 10-year-olds have started drinking, or more than 20% of underage drinkers have begun drinking before the age of 13, or even more than 90% of high school seniors say that it's very easy to get alcohol. These are all great facts and great bits of information, but I guess we have to ask the question of how can we make this easier for the viewer? Now, looking at the second infographic, we were talking about underage drinking and how it heats up in the summer. I guess it's a very evident thing to notice as people are out of school. People probably aren't working as much. And I guess the target group that we're looking at mostly is our underage students, as we said before. Now, there are dangers of underage drinking, as shown in this infographic. I love how it has highlighted causes of injuries, how it elevates the alcoholism risk, how it impacts your health, damages your brain, and it increases the chances of assault and sexual abuse. I guess there are a couple of important things to notice in this infographic. There are a lot of good images. There's charts, there's graphs. There are different colors that help attract the viewer to looking at different parts of the infographic to gain a grasp of what is important and what is not. There are bolded words. Some words are bigger, some words are smaller. And I guess by showing that this is from the Addiction Center, it'll give the viewer or the listener a better idea of the credibility of the infographic. But with all of these important positive aspects that the infographic has, there too are some things that are the negative. I love how it's targeting to explain to the younger individuals who are under the age of 21 not to drink, but there are too many words. There's too much wall of text. These texts are way too small. And if someone's reading an infographic, they just want to read it quickly. They want to get the information they want fast. And with having this many words on an infographic, I just don't know if the person, the viewer, is going to be able to grasp that really quickly. Also, if you want to target a younger viewer, this is going to be kind of tough to do that because although the images and the key terms and key points are great, all the words that are in there are just going to confuse that individual. Now, I love the way it was presented. I love the colors, like I said and reiterate, and I love the imagery as I reiterate. But I guess the question we need to ask ourselves is how can we take an infographic like this one and condense it down to maybe 5 key points, hammer points, that an individual viewing or listening to this can get a better grasp of what are the warning signs of alcohol abuse, and I guess what is the dangers of underage drinking. Now we're going to take a look at my infographic. We're going to simplify the previous 2 infographics that we looked at while expanding the age range, the comprehension, and the understanding of what is consisted in the infographic in making sure that everyone effectively understands the importance of what is wrong with underage drinking. Looking at my infographic, we can see that there's a couple different colors we used. We used some blue, we used some yellow, there's some navy, some black, but there's another couple of things that we really need to note and take a look at in this infographic. There's big words, big text, bolded, the use of a variety of colors, as I stated, to make sure that the eyes are focused on everything in the infographic. We've simplified it down to 4 hammer points: the cause of death, the impact of the youth, what have the reports said, and what are the facts. Using images, like between the age of 12 and 20, the number one cause of death involves a car and alcohol. Or even a famous actor seeming surprised when he's looking at 30% of the youth have reported binge alcohol drinking. Just imagine a young person looking at a picture of a hospital, seeing that there is 119,000 reports of emergency room visits between the ages of 12 and 21, which, yes, are linked to alcohol. And the facts, they're priceless. That leaves an emotional strain on someone reading it, knowing that if you don't act now, to your kid, to your friend, to your peers, or to your loved ones, there could be something that happens tomorrow that could be detrimental. My infographic is simple. It's chic. It's presentable. It gets the point across without including extra educational stuff that maybe some people just don't care or worry about. I think the best way to get a point across through infographics is hitting home to the heart with being emotional, including a personal element like your family, and even reporting statistics that are proven on the CDC websites and other websites. So alcohol education is important, as you can see in this infographic, and making the step today to have a safer tomorrow is very important and very vital to the safety of our kids, family, peers, and loved ones. So there you have it. 2 infographics, messy, full of text, lots of colors, lots of images, but maybe a little hard for the reader to understand. And then you have mine, concise, clear, still full of colors, funny images, informative, chic, concise, impactful, emotional, gets the point across effectively. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video, and I hope you've learned a little bit more about underage drinking and why sometimes they say easier is better.